Ex-detectives who disclosed that legal pornography was found on Damian Green's office computer are in dangerous territory, a former police chief says. Sir Peter Fahey, ex-chief constable of Greater Manchester, said it was vital police were not involved in politics. And a watchdog warned that serving officers could be sacked or prosecuted for leaking confidential information. First Secretary of State Mr. Green denies watching or downloading pornography on his computer. The allegations were first made last month by former Metropolitan Police Assistant Commissioner Bob Quick, who led a 2008 inquiry into Home Office leaks which saw Mr. Green's Commons office being searched. Mr. Quick made his claims after the Cabinet Office launched an investigation into accusations of inappropriate behavior by Mr. Green towards journalist Kate Maltby, which the MP has described as completely false. And then on Friday, retired Met Detective Neil Lewis said thousands of thumbnail images of legal pornography had been found on Mr. Green's parliamentary computer in 2008. Despite being told about Mr. Lewis' role examining Mr. Green's computers, the Cabinet Office inquiry has not contacted him to give evidence. Sir Peter, Greater Manchester's chief constable for 7 years, told BBC Radio 4's Today programme that the former officers had a duty to protect confidential information uncovered during an investigation. He said, "It is very dangerous territory for a police officer to be making judgments about whether a politician is lying or not. That should only happen in a criminal investigation, and even then, ultimately it is for a court to decide." Scotland Yard's Department for Professional Standards is examining allegations that Mr. Lewis had disclosed confidential information. Her Majesty's Chief Inspector of Constabulary Sir Thomas Windsor said the police's special powers were inseparable from obligations of special trust. This trust required every officer to respect and keep confidential information which they obtain in the course of their duties, and which is irrelevant to their inquiries and discloses no criminal conduct, he said. If a police officer broke that trust whilst serving as a police officer, he or she would face disciplinary action and could be dismissed. In certain circumstances, such action could also constitute a criminal offence. The obligation was enduring and does not end when a police officer retires, he said. According to the College of Policing's Code of Ethics, which applies to forces in England and Wales, police agree to disclose information only in the proper course of my duties. Tory MPs, including Brexit Secretary David Davis, have backed Mr. Green, effectively Theresa May's second-in-command, saying it was wrong for such claims to emerge through the media. On Friday, sources close to David Davis told the BBC the Brexit Secretary had warned Downing Street not to sack Mr. Green as a result of a wrongful attempt by former officers to do him down. One said Mr. Davis might be willing to resign over the issue, although another stressed no threat had been made. "It's right that allegations of misconduct towards individuals are properly investigated," said an associate of Mr. Davis.